What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we are going to be showcasing how to get a brand new secret exotic catalyst for the Barrow Dyad exotic submachine gun, which was added into Destiny 2 within episode Heresy. Now that Heresy Act 2 has finally launched, we can get some meaningful upgrades for the Barrow Dyad, and so let's get started. Now, yes, this is very much a secret catalyst. There's no quest marker, there's no quest actually until you go and find it, and importantly, there's actually a couple of different exotic quests going on at the same time, all involving the Barrow Dyad. Now, overall, guys, there are 4 different exotic catalysts total for the Barrow Dyad. 2 are apparently coming in Act 2, and the other 2 are apparently coming in Act 3, according to Bungie. However, that information may not be true because Bungie said that the 2 catalysts coming with Act 2 were One for All and Target Lock. Well, we're going to be showcasing how to get high impact reserves in this video, so who the heck knows what is going on. Now, also, we have the lingering exotic quest for the Barrow Dyad, Dyadic Ascension. You would get this quest after initially beating the secret exotic mission to first acquire the Barrow Dyad to start getting upgrades for this weapon, but you were time gated with the Moment of Clarity acquired step. Now that Act 2 has launched, you can finally complete this step. However, guys, you technically do not need to complete Dyadic Ascension to pick up the secret quest to get this catalyst. However, I would highly recommend you either complete or significantly progress Dyadic Ascension first, because you kind of need to complete it anyways in order to finish the secret exotic catalyst quest. So for Dyadic Ascension, if you want the Moment of Clarity, all you need to do is rank up your seasonal vendor, the slab in Eris Morn's apartment, to the new maximum, which is rank 12. As you can see right here, once you reach rank 12, so you're just gonna have to grind reputation in either the new Court of Blades or back in the Nether. But once you reach max rank, you claim the Moment of Clarity, and you can see for me, it outright gives me a new intrinsic perk upgrade for my Barrow Dyad. But for a lot of you guys, you're gonna get something else. Your Dyadic Ascension quest will update, and now you have to find all 18 of the taken osseous fragments. The reason it auto-completed for me is because in the process of making my guide, linked right up above, showcasing all of the taken osseous fragment locations, I picked up like an extra 6. I picked up all 6 fragment locations in all 3 of the starting areas, in making that guide, so it just auto-progressed it. So definitely just use that guide to find the remaining 6 or however many remaining fragments you need, guys. And then once you find all of those, you will get that new intrinsic upgrade like you saw from me. And then Dyadic Ascension is just gonna disappear. So moving on from there, as for the secret catalyst quest, what you need to do is complete an expert difficulty Court of Blades with the Barrow Dyad equipped. Now, a couple of caveats here, guys. What we did was have the Barrow Dyad equipped the entire time. Now, you might be able to get away with using your normal weapons and then just swapping to the Barrow Dyad at the very end. Again, we kept it on the whole time just to be safe, but if you want to try to hot swap, you can. Be my guest. But very importantly, if you are someone who might be struggling with expert difficulty Court of Oryx, there's a couple of very important things to know. First of all, it seems to not matter how well you do in expert Court of Oryx. Like, we did not get the maximum 13 challengers defeated, and we still got the secret exotic quest. So keep that in mind. And another big tip here, guys, even if you have the Barrow Dyad equipped the entire time, simply have someone using a Storm's Keep Striker Titan. Just by putting down those barricades, you can blast the bosses with the Barrow Dyad. It actually charges up incredibly fast, so you can blast those bosses with the taken projectiles. You do a pretty decent amount of damage, again, just with the Barrow Dyad. So Storm's Keep and Bolt Charge is your best friend when getting this done. But regardless, guys, once you do eventually get the completion, as you can see right here, you get a new exotic quest, the Sharp osseous spine. So it says exchange this for a Needle's Path quest. So you're going to have to head back to Eris Morn's apartment and interact with the seasonal vendor, as you can see right here, and then it just gives you a new exotic quest, a Needle's Path. And importantly, guys, this is why I said to get the Dyadic Ascension quest done or almost done, because for me, it skipped right ahead to the second quest step because I'm already the max rank of 12 for my Shaping Slab. If you're not, your next quest step for a Needle's Path will be to reach the max rank for your Shaping Slab of 12, which is what Dyadic Ascension wants you to do anyways, which is why I was talking about it earlier. But yeah, regardless, guys, you will have to reach max rank one way or another, but after you do, a Needle's Path will update. And this quest has a pretty wild objective. So it says, complete a Court of Blades activity on expert difficulty using only precision damage weapons, scout rifles, linear fusion rifles, or sniper rifles, as well as the Barrow Dyad submachine gun. So I really want to draw your attention to the wording here, guys. It says scout rifles, linear fusion rifles, or snipers, as well as the Barrow Dyad. The way I read that, I think it's saying that the Barrow Dyad is required, and that's what we did. We had the Barrow Dyad on the entire time, and then our secondary weapons were sniper rifles and linear fusion rifles. You might not need that, and instead you could use a scout rifle, a sniper rifle, and a linear fusion, for example. But again, the way it's worded, I think if it was saying you could use the Barrow Dyad as an option, it would say scout rifles, linear fusion rifles, sniper rifles, or the Barrow Dyad. It wouldn't say as well as the Barrow Dyad. That makes it seem like use the Barrow Dyad for sure, and then you can use these other options. Again, a little bit of confusion around the wording. We had the Barrow Dyad equipped, and I don't want you guys to do an entire expert difficulty Court of Blades and then not progress this quest step. So I would recommend putting the Barrow Dyad on just in case. And again, using Storm's Keep, just with the Barrow Dyad, you can get this thing done pretty much no problem. However, when you are doing this expert run, a massive tip here, guys, a lot of the bosses you can actually damage, but you'll notice you are not getting crits. And obviously, if you're using a bunch of precision weaponry, that's pretty darn important. Well, there is usually secondary objectives to lower these protective shields and allow you to do critical damage and more damage overall. So yes, you can just spam the Barrow Dyad from behind a Storm's Keep barricade and take these bosses down if you really want to, but often you can see in the background gameplay going and finding a random knight under this blight where you can grab the sword and lower that protective shield. That is going to let you actually do critical damage with your, for example, linear fusion rifles, and obviously that's probably going to help you get through this run a lot easier, guys. Now, moving on from there, once you eventually do complete this run, as you can see right here, the exotic quest will instantly upgrade, and boom, you get the High Impact Reserves Refit. So simply head back to the Enclave, craft it onto the Barrow Dyad, and there you have it. Guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.